Sorry about that. We accidentally ended up recording. Civil Daniel operates on the change in Duncan's personality. Naked, few days starting at Tracy's death. They proceed to host the incident following the bear, with Duke and Andreas announcing that it was an accident. Ennis and Duke resolved to apologize to Duncan. But soon the Necromans they encouraged the other missile engines to do the same. Only after all the engines had expressed their apologies to Duncan. Skarlovi was seen Todd find themselves at the street corner when a used leper falls in front of Skarlovi. Todd was alone with some of the workmen against the cleared line. As Skarlovi arrested inquired about the Barnhill Railway, also referred to as the Ratton Railway. Skarlovi and Todd full of mystery there was a corporate industrial line in Scotland, and abused its workforce steadily. When a fatal accident, the railway was closed down. Resulted criminal activities. Todd confesses, although he was lead the Ratton Railway, he found himself unemployed, which was partly challenging during the Great Depression. Suddenly, Scully has a realization. That's just if Duncan went on the Barnhill Railway, to which that confirms he did. Scully decides to be with Duncan and was meant to join them, but the PHB delayed. This is Scully. Me on the full control of once 10 minutes he's been breathing, exercising, drinking less. Yet remains uncertain about communicating with his engines. And some of them may have been present during that time. He elaborates on how while the Westers went to war, they were seeking revenge for Colin, who was killed during the Blitz. Mention, however, their commanding officer also underwent fire to the trauma he and him experienced. The document includes attention sought to learn with the blood. 3 departing encounters on Dungeon's Ghost. Once more. He manages to calm himself before inquiring what the doctor desires. As before, the doctor vanishes and enters his car. A reads the fact that parents have been listening in. Susan took off. I got no Scully Railway. Rusty discovered that Duncan that evening became apparent that his wood had malfunctioned. Duncan expresses his apologies and gratitude to the others, especially the others. Scully then inquired if Duncan used worked on the Barnhill Railway, which indeed surprised him. Scully mentioned that the Barnhill Railway has ceased operations during the Great Depression, inquiring on Duncan's title of the SKR. Duncan confessed that he had refrained from sharing this information because he wished to forget about the railway. When Mr. B. had just Duncan into the railway's culture, he felt nothing to disclose this to anyone. Duncan shared the same sentiment. He also recalled how the negative image Barnhill Railway had affected his demeanor. Lately, he apologized for venting his frustration to his colleagues, when kind of welcoming. Leslie suggests that Duncan speak with Mickey if he could to interview Morris about Andreas, to which Duncan concurred. We also resolved to train his new yellow paint. Megan complimented the winners and humorously suggested that others will lead him. How about they run away? Toby was listening.